This video looks at a specific iconographic depiction of Avalokiteśvara, known as the Litany of Avalokiteśvara, found in the Buddhist caves of Maharashtra in western India. In Maharashtra, there are several cave complexes that form an important part of Indian rock-cut architecture. These ancient and medieval structures represent significant achievements of structural engineering and craftsmanship. There are several Buddhist complexes in this state, such as Ajanta, Aurangabad, and Ellora. All three of these sites have depictions of the Litany of Avalokiteśvara, which is an artistic rendering of Avalokiteśvara's powers of protection as described in the Buddhist texts. To depict these powers in the Buddhist cave complexes, the artists have placed the standing Avalokiteśvara at the center of the composition, and on either side of him are smaller reliefs, each depicting one of the things that Avalokiteśvara can protect a worshipper from. The earliest depiction of the Litany of Avalokiteśvara is found in Cave 4 at the Ajanta cave complex in Maharashtra and is from the late 5th century. Four reliefs on either side of Avalokiteśvara have scenes of devotees pleading with the Bodhisattva to rescue them when they are in various dangers. In the first relief on the left of the image, we see an elephant attacking, and two devotees are shown seeking help from Avalokiteśvara. In the second scene, the lion attacks and the devotees take refuge under Avalokiteśvara. In the third scene, the robbers attack on merchants, and in the fourth scene, possibly sinking of the ship, and the merchant's request for help to Avalokiteśvara is engraved. On the right side of the image, the scene carved in the first bracket is not completely clear, but the second scene shows a snake attacking a woman and a man pleading to Avalokiteśvara. In the third scene, a couple is shown praying, while in the fourth scene, a woman is probably being attacked by a demon. Presumably, the woman has an infant in her hand. A later image of the Litany of Avalokiteśvara can be found at the Aurangabad caves from around the middle of the 6th century, specifically in Cave 7. There is a huge standing Avalokiteśvara. His right hand is in the fearlessness gesture, and he holds a lotus in his left hand. We can identify the Bodhisattva by the Buddha figure at the front of his hair top knot. In the Buddhist text, the Lotus Sutra, there is a description of the powers that the Bodhisattva of compassion possesses. Avalokiteśvara is described as the giver of safety. The text describes a merchant caravan besieged by robbers and knaves, armed with swords. The members of the caravan are filled with anxiety and consider themselves to be helpless in the face of such danger. But the leader of the caravan urged all the members to invoke the name of Mahasattva, Bodhisattva, Avalokiteśvara, and by the mere act of pronouncing his name, they would all be released from danger. Other examples of dangers in which Avalokiteśvara can be invoked include imprisonment. If the Bodhisattva is invoked when imprisoned, then chains and fetters will be broken. Additionally, the Lotus Sutra describes Avalokiteśvara as protecting from misery, fire, drowning in the sea, sharpened weapons, demons, magic powers of goblins, yakshasas, wild beasts, state punishments, murder, and the evil eye. He can assume any form necessary in order to rescue them. Scenes of danger are carved in 4 brackets on either side of Avalokiteśvara. The first scene on the top left of the image shows 2 people pleading to Avalokiteśvara, frightened by fire. In the second scene, a brigand's attack on 2 people is displayed. He has a sword in his hand. The third scene is of 2 prisoners. Behind them, a man is standing with a chain in his hand. The fourth scene is about the shipwreck. In the 3 scenes on the right side, the attacks of lion, snakes, and elephant are represented respectively. In the fourth scene, the demon's attack on the couple is displayed. The woman has an infant in her hand, and the man is praying with folded hands. The Bodhisattva is shown flying and protecting them. He has a lotus in one hand, and the other hand displays the fearlessness gesture, just as the main figure in the image. Depictions of the Litany of Avalokiteśvara is limited to the Buddhist caves, despite the Lotus Sutra being a well-known Buddhist text across the Buddhist world. Looking at the different dangers depicted, it appears that these dangers would have been encountered by merchants or pilgrims who traveled along the trade routes.